Hi guys, it's me, Kathy, Mrs. Handy Are You. I'm back again after a little hiatus. I missed you guys. I missed seeing your lovely comments and your advice and everything. So we had our Thanksgiving yesterday with our family. Well, 2 days ago really. So my week is all messed up. And anyway, so I'm gonna wish you happy Turkey Day, happy Thanksgiving early. Okay, and forgive me if I forget to say it again. So I'm just so messed up. Um, so anyway, you know how I feel like we're a family and we all get along. I mean, there's just about everybody leaves these beautiful comments and some of you guys talk to each other, which I think is just wonderful. Um, but you know how in families sometimes you have hard things you have to talk about? And I think this is one of them. So that's why I'm not all perky and cheery right now. I'm trying, but it's hard. Um, anyway, so I haven't come out and said anything directly, but I think, well, maybe I will partway through this, but I haven't said anything directly about a certain person that's on Telegram. Come on up, honey. Come on. Because I've been trying so hard not to divide people. You know what I mean? I don't want to divide our community. But when President Trump gets involved through Gematria saying the same thing, and when the same time GEORGENews puts that on, he puts on another one from a video from Ron DeSantis, and which in Gematria is saying the same thing. I don't think I'm alone in my thinking about a certain personality. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that was a double confirmation that, yeah, we need to talk about it. And I know some of you guys are going to be really upset and hurt. I was at first. Oh, bless you, Rosie, when I found out. But I felt like it was a learning experience, you know? Uh, so I got over it after a little bit. You know what I mean? Like sometimes people who aren't who we think they are, and especially on this online stuff that's going on. I mean, you guys don't really know who I am, right? But I guess you have to go by vibes and things and what God tells you. And I don't know what else to tell you, whether to believe me or not. But what I'm going to use is Gematria to show what Potus and Governor Ron DeSantis were saying. So anyway, and I wanted to apologize. I lead off all my videos lately with "I'm sorry, I'm so sorry." Well, I am. I'm sorry. Because I've forgotten where I got the information about who the Telegram account Ghost Ezra is, and that all ties into what I'm going to talk about. So I did this whole big part of a video, this last one, on Ghost Ezra, and I don't think he's who we think he is, and so here we go again, leaving it out there to be wrong again, so I think I better stick to just people I know are who they say they are, you know what I mean? So, and decode them. So anyway, so I just want to apologize about that last video, that part about Ghost Ezra, and you'll understand by the time I'm done. And I hope you forgive me, because I certainly am not trying to lead people astray. I really am not. And I feel like I'm learning along with everybody else. And I had other people comment when I've said I'm sorry before. They'll say things like, "Oh, we'll have another glass of wine. You won't feel bad," and all kinds of stuff like that. That really doesn't bother me. It's kind of funny. So go ahead and make fun of me. Make fun of me if you want. I have a very thick skin. So anyway, Let's see. I'm sorry, what did I lead out? Yeah, I already read all that crud. Okay, so this is interesting. I mean, it jumped right out at me. So I always read what GEORGENews posts on Telegram. And yeah, so he posted, well, it's a little out of order, but this is what I have first. It was the same date, although it was on the November 18th, which is significant because 18 is R, you know. So there was like a video clip of a press conference that Governor Ron DeSantis gave, and it happened to be in Brandon, Florida. Let's go, Brandon, you know. And I'm sure that's partly why he chose it, but I think he had another reason. And he was saying how that in Florida they wouldn't be able to use the arm thing as an excuse to ask for like papers, you know, so he made it like an executive order that, you know, businesses and people that employed other people, they couldn't ask for that. So that's what that was about. But everything has so many meanings, you know, it's not just about that. So I'm not reading what the reporters said, but I'm reading what Governor DeSantis said. And he said, because I guess the gist of what the reporters said was, so why are you having this news conference in Brandon, Florida, because of the popular saying that's going around about the president? You know, let's go, Brandon. And he said, so I think Brandon, Florida is a great American city. So that's what Ron DeSantis said. My only negative on Brandon was and then dropped off. My only negative on Brandon was well, when I was growing up playing baseball, they used to beat us every year. He kind of, you know, stumbled a little bit. So there's baseball in there. They beat them. Negative. He said, another point, I want to thank Brandon Honda, you know, the local car company, Brandon Honda. He said that at 32 seconds. And our favorite Anon is always telling us to mirror everything. Look in the mirror. Well, 32 mirrored is 23, and 23 is W, and W, as Juan O Savin has told us many times, affects the world, okay? And anything to do with 23. And 23 brings pain, you know, like my backpack, my Punisher backpack from George. Anyway, so that was it. 32 seconds reversed to 23. Rosie, let me read. I want to thank Brandon Honda for hosting us here today. And we're proud to be able to make a stand in Brandon, Florida. That's how it ended, you know, very short and sweet, to the point. But certain words and things jumped out at me, like negative, Honda, and make a stand. Also, beat us. So there were a few things in that few short sentences that stuck out to me. Sorry, honey, it's okay. So, so I decoded different phrases, you know, the way we always decode these things. I decoded, when I was growing up, 232. You make your choices. I'll just say all these things match 232, okay? It's very repetitive, very MK Ultra-like to repeat over and over and over again, especially when you have a lot of them. You know, they even use Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood for MK Ultra. So if they can use Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood for MK Ultra control, mind control, they can use anything. I will destroy you. Are we ever going to meet? Have you heard this before? Glorious demolition. Does that sound familiar? I know you, I see you. Ascend from the underworld. This man makes himself a god. Antichrist, New York. Someone we know was in New York recently. Heart attack. Heart attack coming soon. You'll be begging forever. The twin flame merger. Sorry, my papers are up because the cat's right in the way. And I make a noise. And what else is there? Terrible. The twin flame merger, which, as you know, I think is Joseph Patrick and Jr., you know, well, Joseph Patrick is Jr. combined with JFK. That's the twin flames, really. Okay, Joseph Patrick reincarnated too. JFK Jr., you know, he was reborn, so that's one of the twin flames. The second twin flame would be JFK, his brother, John F. Kennedy, okay? Joseph Patrick and John F. Kennedy were twins. Anyway, the twin flame merger, fear. So when they get together, they're going to bring fear upon the evil. That's what that means. The problem will be deleted. Erase people from record. We all have our secrets. Fraudulent purpose. This fight he cannot win. Has a serious death wish. Excuse me. It sneezed ridiculous. It's so serious, and here I am laughing and sneezing. I don't know. God is speaking to you. All these are 232. Stop playing the games. Brotherhood of the Snake. Remember Potus always read that poem, The Snake, about evil, and don't let evil in, because you know what it'll do? It'll try to kill you. The Brotherhood of the Snake is downright psychos, sowing seeds of discord, dividing, you know? I'm right, you're wrong, da, 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 da. I'm not going to say I'm right. You guys decide. Made war on the wrong man. Like, God? Like, don't do it, man. This is still from Ron DeSantis' video. Okay, then we do Brandon Honda. And remember, -48 said he grew up and his parents owned a Honda shop. Okay. Brandon Honda is 110. Locked in hell. Hell is a bad place. Yeah. Accepting fate. Scared in hell. But this, self-admirer. Yeah. Self-admirer. Locked and loaded. Iron fist. Captain Chaos. Games are fun. I'm the boss. Searchlight. Like a manhunt at night with a searchlight. Knockout. Remember Ron DeSantis was a wrestler, a really famous wrestler. No problem. Laughing hard. Accidental death. Then in the same statement, not a statement, but a video, he said, playing baseball. And he said a famous quote from N48. He said, tell-a-vision. So playing baseball matches tell-a-vision, which is true. The television does tell a vision. I'm not saying that's not right. Of course it does. It's all, programming. But for him to match it to tell-a-vision, he's making a point. So playing baseball equals television, 138. League of Legends. The angels rock. We're talking about the good guys here. Are you ready? It's happening. I'm on my way. And so it begins. Thor's hammer. These are all 138. Cancel culture, like canceling someone out. Identification. Justice League. That's what the good guys are when they get together, these pleiadians. They're the Justice League. Outnumbered. Okay, I got you. He also said, make a stand. That equals 89. Happens to equal RH factor. From the Jesus strand, possibly? I don't know. Fooled again. An occult. From hell. Stupid. Parasite. Raving mad. Deceptive. Against me. Fallen angel. I give up. Kabbalistic. Terrible. Heartbreak. I think a lot of people's hearts might get broken. Gallows. Dying day. Born liar. The magician with a K, not a C. The playbill, like from a play. Okay. The doomed. Hell's Gate. Fictional. Okay. Then he also said, Brandon, Florida is a great American city. That's 334. Okay. They are about to find out who I am. 334. I will be there beside him, holding his hand. 334. I wonder who. It's time to kill some fallen angels. I will follow you into the dark. How about this one? This is what I fell under, and lots of people fell under. Deceptive recruiting techniques. Falsely showing someone, a person, as one thing when they really are the opposite, the mirror image. So remember in the Bible, even the elect will be fooled. I'm not saying I'm not all that, the elect, but I was fooled. I admit it. Let's see. How to not wake up here anymore. In other words, you have little X's on your eyes. You're not going to wake up anymore. My only negative on Brandon is another line from that little speech. My only negative on Brandon, that's 284, is not trustworthy. A public service announcement, like letting everybody know. Holy Spirit warrior gene. Holy Spirit kills enemies. The first cut is the deepest. Devils burn in holy hellfire. Insane is an understatement. and you will strike his heel, because Jesus is stepping on your head. Corrupt, impaled adversary. You said that so nicely. He who destroys culture. Okay? You get what you deserve. Sorry about the cat. She's always doing that. The word of God using Gematria. Now, you know, God is talking through the Gematria. I mean, I'm not making this stuff up. I have destroyed your lies. Well, that was, what, 284 for my only negative on Brandon. Back again? Okay. Now, playing baseball, finishing playing baseball, sorry. It's 138. Satan's helper, 138. Witch doctor. Sword of fire. Dies on Monday. What this one? I'll kill you. In plain sight. Trust us. Kawasaki, which is funny because we're talking about, you know, negative. N48 would say, oh, my parents owned a Honda shop, and we just decoded Honda shop and everything, but now it says Kawasaki matches 138. So there's a little humor here. Not much, but there's a little bit. Oh, I'm sorry, Kawasaki disease. It's not just Kawasaki. Impending doom. So, buddy, look out. He that hath an ear is another one. Like listening. He that hath an ear. And then another one that matches 138. Just saying. And vultures. Do you think that's all a coincidence? All that? You know, if you tried to find a lot of negative, kind of yucky things to match a word, you'd be hard pressed to find that many, and especially that easily. So, as our favorite Anon says, there are no coincidences. So I know half of you are probably like on the floor, like upset and kicking and throwing stuff at the computer, but you know, I can't help it. Anyway, and I was one of them, you know. You're not alone. I was one of them. I was pretty darn upset. Let's see. I'm still on Ron DeSantis's Brandon, Florida speech, his video. And when he said they used to beat us up, and beat us up seems significant. For one thing, just right off the top, beat us up. That equals 210. There is only one God, is 210. It's kind of obvious. I'm just being honest. Then we have the vampire energies. Remember who you are. Traumatic experience. Don't claim to be Christ. To me, that's very significant. Even though someone didn't ever come out and say it, they said their name was stupid, crazy coded to who was and is Christ. You know, he doth protesteth too much. Shakespeare. This is a good one. I love this one. The canvas can do miracles is 210. And the reason I like that is for two things. The canvas is Ron DeSantis was a big time wrestler, and especially in college. I don't know if he really did it after college, but yeah, he was a big time wrestler and he won tons of trophies. He's an important guy. He still looks like he was a wrestler. And so the canvas can do miracles. Like, okay, get him mad at you. You're on the canvas. And he can do miracles. And he's one of the pleiadians, in my opinion. Yeah, he's one of Yahweh's, Jesus's chosen pleiadians is what he is. And how about this one? Oh, and the canvas can do miracles. If you listen to Yacht Rock in the summertime, or it's still on now on Sirius XM, you'll hear Christopher Cross all the time singing Sailing. And that's one of my favorite songs. And he's always saying, the canvas can do miracles. Just you wait and see. Believe in me, he says. That's right out of here. And I think that's why that song was written. I really do. I mean, all these things from the past are connected to this moment, and it's not by chance. Let's see, another one that is 210 for They Used to Beat Us from Ron DeSantis. Annihilating U.S. corp, like corporation or a body, I don't know. No grave situation. Apocalyptic parasite. G.W. Bush mugged to death. No further violence. It's probably because it's not needed. I am known by my anger. Think of that as from Ron or from God. I don't know which one you want to think of. Every creeping thing. That's 210. The true adversary. Can you say psychotic? The lost humanity. I think I might be at the end of this. I don't know. Let's see. Nope, not yet. It's quite involved when you do Gematria, even on a short video. So at the end of the video, well, you haven't clicked on the video yet, but GEORGENews put his own 2 cents on it, and he did in all caps, all capitals. Love this guy, right under it. Well, love this guy is 163. And that's something that N48 says, He says, John F. Kennedy again. It's 163. So there he is. There's another thing he says. Love this guy equals John F. Kennedy again. The Book of Judges. Contact with God. All these are 163. God's alive. Sorry, I said it the wrong way. God's alive, loser. They shall run. You choose hell. Fallen angel Lucifer is 163. The door is open. Jesus is coming. A man of few words. I'm sure who is a man of few words. I'm so tired. I'm so tired of him. False Christians. Tyson, Tyson, Tyson Fury. Remember, Mike Tyson was a big-time boxer. And I remember he ripped the ear off of somebody in one of his last fights. Just thinking. I don't know if that's what that means. Anyway, very strong, 163. Messiah from hell. Wanted, dead or alive. Egotistical, GOAT, like greatest of all times. Egotistical goat. The design of Mars. And remember Elton John's song, Rocket Man, I've talked about before. He says, Mars ain't no place to raise your kids. In fact, it's cold as hell. I think that's possibly where Mars is. hell is on Mars. So, yeah, the design of Mars. It's probably got a lot of bars around there. Man of sin revealed. Yeah, nothing will be hidden. It will all be shown. Nimrod, the magician. Magician, keyword there, magician. Double-edged sword. The two sides of the sword, as Juan O Savin calls it, are this one side is truth and the other side of the sword is justice. And he wields the sword. He doesn't just look at it on the wall. The midnight cry. Remedy for eyes. That sounds like if a boxer got after somebody in particular. You'd have to put some steak on those eyes. Graveyard shift. All going to Mars. Remember I just said what I think Mars is hell. Remember Potus says, we're going to Mars. He doesn't say who he's taking, but he says, we're going to Mars. He said that a few times now. Dust to dust. And there's a little bit more, sorry, so long. These are all 163. Lucky to be alive. Pretends to care. Impersonator. This all goes with love this guy. 163. Impersonator. Enemy. Traitor. Hammer and scorecard. Unbearable arrogance. Very revealing. A major screw up. Antichrist war. Joking about death. Convulsions. No more waiting. Last day on earth. So I thought that was very interesting. Take of it what you will. Then there's a couple, I'm going to end with what Potus thinks. Now that was what Ron DeSantis thinks of -48, okay? That's all from Ron DeSantis, governor of Florida, okay? And he knows what he's talking about. He knows Gematria. He's not kidding around. So after all that, I decided, okay, there's something going on, you know? I'm going to put something in and see what happens about -48. Okay, why not? I'm allowed. So from what I understand, he's a wizard, and that's how he can change his voice to sound like our John Jr., like our Jr. Because that was the one last thing that had me, was but how can he make his voice sound so much like John would sound right now, right? Okay, there's an answer to everything. Okay, so what I entered into Matrix is -48 is a wizard. That's 326. And I wasn't sure what I was going to find, you know? How was I supposed to know what I was going to find? Although it sounded, according to what Ron DeSantis came up with, it wasn't going to be pleasant. Let's see. Sorry, I have too many notes. -48 is a wizard, 326. Your heart knows the answer. Many will be ashamed for not helping. The puzzle is coming together. Jesus is coming for you, son. Chosen pleiadians of Jesus Christ. There's a war for our souls. Definitely. The greatest story, like bedtime story, the greatest story ever told. Battle for the soul of the nation. Personification of negativity. I have the formula of satanic gematria. These are all 326. -48 is a wizard. Fear of being wiped out of existence. An equal opportunity abuser. All brain invaders will be incinerated. What I'm thinking is thoughts, you know. Hypnotic codes, cues, and triggers. I'll say that one again. Hypnotic codes, cues, and triggers equals -48 is a wizard, 326. Okay? You know how he wants you to say the number after every single decode? Which you know you don't have to do. Nobody makes anybody do anything. And you might say, oh, what helps us learn better? But as I said before, they used repetition in MK Ultra, and they will use triggers and code words to make people do things or think things. I mean, like I said, if they'll use Mr. Rogers' neighborhood and other things like that, why wouldn't they be able to use a number repeated over and over and over again when you decode something? And you're probably upset about that, but I can't help it. I really can't. We have to open our minds and think and not, be tied to what somebody else might think about you. Well, what is my friend so-and-so going to think if I don't like so-and-so? It doesn't matter. You're supposed to be your own person. And you're not supposed to depend on what other people think about you. Come out of the shadows, spirit. What about all the damage you've done? I will have zero tolerance for it. Liars throughout history. I'm still doing -48 as a wizard. Devils will dread Zeus' return. Listen to this one. 32 tots, children, cell bulk. I mean, this is so bad. All of these matches are so bad. They are burned up when they lie. I am a very unhappy and miserable man. Extreme psychotic delusions. I like this one. No one's going to bow to you, idiot. The one who destroys the wicked. They are all lawless intruders. Reveal your identity, use magic. You are completely done now. You have been eliminated from the game. Threatening me will get you DEATH. What is the purpose of handcuffs? Maximum level of accountability. All of them are getting an eternal death. They're all completely guilty. The occult's version of Christ. I might have said that, I'm sorry. Rh negative hysteria is a gaslight. You have been reported to the NSA. You are being closely monitored. Jesus Christ Inquisition. In other words, he's doing the Inquisition. Not worship the image of the beast. Every single one of them is a Satan. Vanity, vanity, vanity. All is vanity. He is a narcissistic personality. United States Central Command, CENTCOM. What is the purpose of a wizard? Matches. They're all 326. There are no coincidences, people. There just aren't. It's not like there's just a couple of little odds and ends here. And it doesn't bring me joy to say this, but you know, sometimes the truth hurts. Let's see. Another one that seemed appropriate was the false prophet. Who's the false prophet? He's the guy who comes along and says he's Jesus. Okay? The false prophet, 174. Nephilim blood, 174. The fallen angels, Nephilim. A church of darkness. Conversations, and that was a word that Juan used all the time, like almost every video. So he wants us to know what 174 is. You'll find out. Oh, remember, negative 48 says, you'll find out, and he has all these things to go with it. Well, I am Jesus Christ is 174. Michael Protzman is 174. And he always mentions that, right? Well, he doesn't mention Nephilim blood is 174. And number of the beast is 174. A little selective memory there. Pretending to care. Completely evil. That was kind of left out too, wasn't it? We make our choices. Finally lost it. Not as it appears. Malevolent Satan. Didn't hear that either with Michael Protzman. Malevolent Satan. This says it all. Narcissistic rage. I caught the swamp. Potus says that. Banishment equals banishment of evil, which matches Michael Protzman. Your nightmare. Demonic insanity. Out of control. Demented pervert. The tribulation. Horrible person. God already knows. He is evil incarnate. Trust the plan. Trust the plan matches all this too. Think about that. They want you to know the bad parts. The plan isn't all, roses and sunshine. Satan is vanity. Want to play a game? Venomous snake. They don't know. The unholy madman. Lucifer, Jesus, God. One of these things is not like the other, as they say on Sesame Street from a long time ago, okay? Lucifer, Jesus, God. Torturing men. Now, if this is who I think it is, the false prophet, what else do you think he's been doing? 2 people, 2 children, 2 animals, 2 whatever, okay? Think about all these things. Demonic insanity, torturing men, talking about selling children in the previous one. I mean, I can't believe I talked to this person. And I did. I admit that I talked to this negative 48. And I completely regret it. Please forgive me, God. I said very dangerous. We're still on 174. Black cube of Satan. That's that black box like in the bottom of the World Trade Center Memorial. It looks like a waterfall going into a black cube of nothingness. And it's supposed to be all solemn and everything. Well, that's in honor of Satan. They put these black cubes all around the world. That's what that is. And that happens to match Michael Protzman. How about this one that matches Michael Protzman? False Messiah. Okay? False Messiah. False Messiah, Shambhala. Sorry, I left off another word. Anyway, false Messiah is in there. Osiris awakening. Okay? Osiris awakening. Unforgivable sin. Break mind control. Kabbalist serpent, like in the garden. Serpent, false Allah. And Allah is in there because God is the God of all gods. He's the God for all. Okay? So there's nothing wrong with saying having Allah in there. But serpent and false, no, we don't want that. Let's see. Yes, John Kennedy. That's 174. And he's brought that up before. I think I already mentioned that. Hunter bloodline. Ophiuchus hunts serpent. And Ophiuchus is the 13th zodiac that most people don't know about, but it's definitely real. And he's hunting the serpent. That seems to match. They steal credit. That's more than one. They steal credit. Destroys his life. Now we have some good things. Thank goodness right now. I need it really badly. Real Donald Trump. God is in control. Devils in panic mode. John Kennedy alive. Then we have, the way I'm looking at this, the way it turned up in Decoding, all these guys, God and Junior and JFK, they're saying about this person, they almost die. Devils in panic mode. Death trains a common. They're all 174. So Michael Protzman, 174. Is a cold-hearted snake is 174. Mind pollution, 174. Think about the hours I wasted listening to this snake on Telegram, hoping to hear crumbs and information of things that I didn't know. Telepathic attacks, 174. The brain cannibalism, 174. Desire to murder. Self-gratification. I am forbidden fruit. Yeah, if you were the serpent back in the Garden of Eden, yeah, you were. The ultimate liar. He will kill you. Most high nobody. Truth has no fear. Not Mr. Innocent. Is dumber than dumb. This should be ended. Burned at the stake. Warn the others. The false deliverer. The God of judgment. The final judgment. Overthrow him. Defeating all the lies. The wrath to come. So I think he has something to look forward to. What do you think? Sorry it's getting loud, but boy, really pisses me off, man. This is what President Trump thinks of -48. Okay? This was on GEORGENews on 11/18, which is always significant because 18 is R. It was posted just before the Ron DeSantis video that I just decoded. It was an endorsement of Paul Gosar. That seems harmless, you know? But after what I had just figured out, I thought, well, I want to know what Paul Gosar's name lines up with. Like, can't be a coincidence that these posts are near each other. So I took the endorsement of Paul Gosar, you know, the whole thing that was written out by President Trump. and I took the capitals. That equals 268. And it equals baseless and disproven lies, 268. The words you need to hear, 268. We have just begun to fight. Operation Urgent Fury. Murder from the beginning. Makes it sound like he was Cain. What do you think? No mercy for the merciless. Elder abuse is caused by Lucifer. The serpent is unlawful. You're a psychopathic liar. Is spreading malicious lies. Always injuring others. Don't make me destroy you. Fraudulently enlisting. That sounds like us. He was enlisting us to spread his lies. An egocentric point of view. Surrender to your fate. Little shop of horrors. Major psychotic breakdown. Completely lost his mind. Admiral Lord Nelson Death Mask. Reprobate dies the second death. The wicked are already being killed, she says happily. Death awaits all you devils. Then we have one with a name in it that doesn't match our Michael, but you know how I always say part of an answer is still an answer. Paul Cook, the false prophet, is 268. You're a psycho. I said this, sorry. I just love saying this. You're a psychopathic liar. Presidential memorandums, 268. The truth is the truth. Return of Jesus Christ. So I wonder if anybody's nervous now. Probably not yet. They think they're all that. But what did you promise? I am accusing wicked of being wicked is 268. Township police incoming. Satanic Coven, Tipton, Iowa. Hopefully Tipton, Iowa is okay. But anyway, Satanic Coven. Allow justice to prevail. Then I did Paul Gosar because he was so prominent in the message from President Trump. So Paul Gosar, G-O-S-A-R, is 110. That equals locked in hell. And it was 110 was also in Ron DeSantis's decode. So all these things are identical. Yep. So maybe I should repeat it all. Yeah, I'll do a little bit. It's fun, isn't it? Paul Gosar, 110. Self-admirer. Insane evil. Searchlight. Like you broke out of jail. Well, we got a searchlight. Locked and loaded. Iron fist. Television. And Negative 48 did a whole long video special on the tell-a-lie vision. Captain Chaos. Accepting fate. Laughing hard. That's the good guys. Games are fun. I'm the boss. Knockout, no problem. So, oh, now we go into Potus. Oh, I thought it was done. No. Potus 45 statement. It was on the same date, I think. Let me think. Yeah, it was. And he did two posts, two POTUS statements about the old crow, Mitch McConnell. You know Mitch is long gone, but I don't have to tell you that. So the first one on the 18th that he said about the old crow, Mitch McConnell, is the one I'm working on now. And President Trump had a statement right in the middle of that very long statement that sounded much like -48's statement that is getting quite annoying. And at this point, very annoying. Okay, let's be real. President Trump said, right in the face. And we know our N48 says, it's in your face, you know, and everybody loves that quote because he's so, gotcha, it's in your face, man. Okay, it's not funny anymore. So President Trump said, right in the face. That equals 133, which happens to equal wicked morals, mystic karma. Remember boomerang? Okay, the boomerang comes around and gets you back. Mystic karma, that's what it is. In hot water, you are evil. Info clear as day. Treacherous. A real big mistake. And that's what I did. I made a real big mistake. Me. I did, and I'm very sorry. This is a hoax. 133. Master magician. 133. Same as a wizard. Okay? Magician, wizard, same thing. Doing stuff for bad. I know there are people that say things they do for good, but this person's doing it for bad. Psychosis. Bait and switch. You bait them for one persona and you get the other. A 180, a mirror image. 133, book of the law. Throw the book of the law at this person or creature. Fake emotions. In fact, I think I mentioned that a little bit ago. I used to think, oh, wow, he's crying. He's talking about his mom and dad. And he's going to introduce his mom and dad. And he's all choked up and you can feel the tears. The more I listened to it, and at different points in time, the more I realized, oh my gosh, he can turn this on and off like a faucet. I tell you, we're being played, you guys. We're being played. Evil presence. We're still doing 133, right in the face. Guess what else is 133? And matches all these lovely things like you are evil, evil presence, fake emotions, mystic karma, all these things. 48 matches all those things at 133. Psychosis is a monster. 48. How about that? Is one match. Is a monster is another match. Hit the road. Rude awakening. Was arrested. Defend thyself. Vanity is dead. Public enemies. Overall lies. Sons of gods. They're going to get certain people, the sons of gods. Why do men lie? Chosen people, like the sons of gods, will be the ones doing it. Chosen people is 133. When will I die? 133. Shot in the face. 133. We know who that really happened to, okay? And for him to use that just drives me insane. Sorry. Bite the dust. Dead human host. Armed and crazy. Stop it cold. Cleaning house. Fearless fool. Jump off a bridge. But now I see. That matches 133. This is all from President Trump. This is what President Trump is saying about negative 48, okay? That's what he's saying. That's not me. And he emphasized several times, a matter of fact, over 2 POTUS statements that were very long. He said this many, many, many times. Broken old crow. He was referring to Mitch McConnell, but you know he has many meanings behind what he says. So broken old crow is 155. John Fitzgerald is 155. So that's a good one. Record numbers is 155. Shock of the gods is 155. Somebody's going to be shocked. Poetic justice. The axis of evil. The gathering magic. I am a narcissist. Look at me, look at me. I'm always right. Ugh. The great deceiver. Tragic story. Fiendish wizard. Wizard. Veiled prophet. Like as in the false prophet. Antichristos. Evil will lose. Sold my soul. This is amazing. I am the last judge. Devilish soul. The soulless. Satanic verses. The dishonorable. Accountability. Hurts people. Witching hour. Driven by hatred. Very deceitful. Laugh at the devil. Cannibal judgment. Think about what's probably been going on, you guys. It's not just these words that are flying around on the internet, on Telegram, and all over in YouTube. It's not just the words and the corralling people to one side and away from another. It's not just the words. I think there's a whole lot more going on. Think about it. Devil, laugh at the devil. Deceitful, cannibal, judgment. You go to hell. The no good devil. Now I'm going on to another word, word or phrase that Potus had in his statement that he highlighted. You know, I'm always saying look out for things in quotes or bold print or repeated. Well, this one was in quotations, and it was non-infrastructure, and that's 236, which equals, well, they lied to you. And listen, this is so serious, this one. It's not your fault, is 236. Now, I've been going on and on about all this bad stuff, but honestly, the master deceiver has been after us, okay? And it's not your fault. Deception, it's hard to see through. It really is. So do not feel bad if you're coming to this conclusion. Granted, some of you may not. I understand. You guys believe what you believe. But all I'm saying is it's not your fault matches 236. I am ready for the Antichrist. No, I'm sorry, leave out the. I am ready for Antichrist, 236. Incorrect and delusional, 236. Every lie will be revealed, 236. God's 2 witnesses. They're going to talk a lot, in my opinion. I think I know who they are, you know, from 100,000 decodes. So we won't go into that now because we'll get on to what we started. Rhesus, that's R-H-E-S-U-S, rhesus negative folks, okay? Referring back to negative 48 again and that whole Jesus strand, okay? And if you saw back on a couple of videos ago, I have proof of what Jesus's blood type was and has nothing to do with negative, okay? And then somebody could say, oh, but that could have been fake too. Yeah, everything could have been faked, including the Jesus strand, okay? So the screenshot proof that I have could be faked, but also could the Jesus strand. I mean, come on. What did they use for proof? Anyway, Lucifer, the light bringer, is 236. And I'm still on the Potus decode and what Potus thinks of negative 48. Neurotic psychopath, 236. Lucifer versus Antichrist. I don't think they're too far apart. I think they might be one and the same. I don't know. Hosts, plural, hosts for serpents. When the lights go out, blown to smithereens. You're a wizard, Harry. Now, they could be talking to Harry over there across the pond, but whatever. Harry makes it fit. And wizard is in the match, okay? You're a wizard, Harry. And it matches what Potus is saying about negative 48. The law of reciprocation, 236. I don't know. I'm getting so wound up, guys. I'll feel better when it's done. I'll be fine. He also had, in quotations, dream of communism bill. Funny, right? That's 217. And it equals was blind, but now I see. Sitting here waiting. That's Potus. That's God. That's Junior. They're sitting here waiting for everybody to like wake up and smell the coffee. I am the one you can't beat. It all makes sense now. Psycho-narcissist. People are incredibly fake. I am that I am, declares Satan. Your number is up. Change your damn ways. God destroys Sodom. You are twins of God. The good guys. Brings destruction, and they will. Son of destruction. They see what you did. I'm still doing 217, Dream of Communism Bill. Doomsday Second Coming. Destruction of evil. Thoughts about pain. He who loves violence. You crossed the line. See accused of witchery. Thou shalt not kill. The last one to know. There's always a last one. I am very sorry, man. That sounds like me. I am very sorry. So sorry that I listened to someone for so long and passed along information. Who knows what parts of that information was real and not real? I've got some of it figured out because I've got confirmations from elsewhere that I trust, but then there's things that only are confirmed through Bozo. I call him Bozo. So it could be right because they use truth among the lies, right? That's how all these cabal Satanist people do things. They throw a little truth in there, but then they get their lies in there. All farewells are sudden, going to eternally die. Oh, so sad. Operation Headhunter. Oh, that's interesting. Hit me, baby, one more time. It sounds like something Ron DeSantis might say, being an ex-wrestler. What is waterboarding? the wound by a sword. And then President Trump, near the end of this POTUS statement, said Trump endorsement. And that's 220. It equals marvelous magic tricks, 220. Disobedient and unholy. Out of control madman. Greatest sinner of all. Cain, living son revealed. There is no love in him. Another Don Juan, like Juan O Savin, another Don Juan wannabe, 220. You will be punished, 220. Disrespect of God's laws. I mean, God's laws are perfect. They weren't even being respected. The brotherhood of death. Dragon will kill you. QAnon, I won't say it. Our favorite Anon is John F. Kennedy, 220. Wrath of the Holy Ghost is 220. Zeus was not fooled. Lies built upon lies. Rainbow warrior here, an archer drawing his bow. Somebody's in deep trouble, you know that? It's not me. Draw, how about this one? Draw out and rip apart. So that was it. Wasn't that a happy time? Such a happy time. I just love doing that. Not really. I don't like talking about really bad stuff. Just like I'm sure you don't like talking about really bad stuff. But it's over. Hopefully it won't have to be revisited. Not sure if I'll leave comments on or not, because I know trolls will get the wind of this, if not immediately after a bit. So I'd like to sleep well tonight and not read all those things, as I'm looking for all your lovely comments. So we'll have to see whether I leave the comments on. It's not like I won't leave them off, you know, permanently. I'm not saying that. So anyway, it was a tough one, you guys. It's a really tough one. Rosie even had to walk away. It hurt her little ears, you know, but she's back now. Say hi, honey. Anyway, hope you don't hate me. And if you don't know what to think, just listen to what God tells you, you know? That's all you can do. Listen to what God tells you. Bless you. You sneeze a lot, man. No wonder I get all itchy-nosed with you around. You're allergic to you, and I'm a little bit allergic to you, I guess. Who knows? I don't know. So anyway, I have a computer, you guys. I don't know if you could hear me better. And I have a microphone. It's a big day. It's a big day. And I had to use it on this one. But thank you to everybody that helped me, and one person in particular, but I'm not going to go into naming names because I'm not going to do that kind of stuff. So thank you to everybody, because you all help and you all share my videos, and I honestly love that you talk to each other and, you know, help each other figure stuff out. And I'm going to try to get better on Telegram. I got a little bit better the last couple of days, so don't hate me. I'm doing the best I can with all the stuff that's going on. And wanted to end this on a good note somehow. And it'll be a sneeze, I'm sure. She's going to sneeze. Yep. I don't know. Anyway, and somebody asked me who this picture was on my last video. I had it up, and it was the Veterans Day one, and I felt terrible that I didn't say anything about, this is my dad. This is my dad. Isn't he handsome? Look, isn't he so handsome? I love my dad. I know I'm going to see him again, so I'm not going to get sad. And he was in the end of, let's see, he was in the end of World War II, and he was in all of the Korean War, and he had some horrible duties he was put on, but I mean, what part of war is glamorous, you know? Nothing. And his nickname was Scotty, because he's Scottish. Well, I'm Scottish, you know. And yeah, and he taught me everything I know about how to think critically and not to believe everything I read or hear. And he used to read umpteen newspapers every single day. He never graduated from high school, and he was the smartest man I know, you know? So just because somebody doesn't graduate or go to college or blah, 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 doesn't mean they're not smart, you know? But I'm sure you know that. So anyway, I love you guys, and I hope I talked you into a better mood. And take care, and I'll try to figure out how to turn the computer off, because I never do that. You know, I usually just shut it. So let's see if I can shut it off. Make this a real big successful video. So I'll do another one very soon, and I'll try to make it an upbeat one. How about that? So love to you, and happy Thanksgiving if I don't talk to you before that, but likely I will. So bye-bye. See if I can do it. Yeah, can she do it? Can she do it? I don't know. Maybe.